Faith in my head.
Welcome to Southeast, the worst neighborhood in Washington, D.C. The people who live here would disagree, but this area has more poverty, more crime, and more drugs than any other neighborhood in the city. Drug markets are common in these streets. But the guy in the white shirt is not selling drugs.
Excuse me.
He's selling Jesus.
We're having a documentary at my church today, and it's gonna be on HBO. And we need people to come up in here today. We need people to come up in the church.
I'm on my way to my church for Bible study.
All right, I understand, baby. I feel you. All right, at least you're going somewhere good, baby. See, she on her way to Bible study. She getting hers. I'm getting mine.
You're a product of faith because faith gave you things that man couldn't give you. Faith released things to you that man wouldn't do for you. Faith brought deliverance to you. Faith brought food on your table. Faith opened doors for you. Faith gave you a raise. Faith gave you a car to drive. Faith gave you clothes. Faith gave you water to drink. Faith protected you from harm. Faith delivered you. Faith brought you out of darkness. Faith brought you into the marvelous light. Faith in the hood. I tell you, it works if you work it.
Several blocks from Capitol Hill, across the Anacostia River, are the neighborhoods of Anacostia and Congress Heights. Officially, this is Ward 8, but the people who live here just call it Southeast. You get the feeling that Southeast is not really a physical place, but more like a state of mind. For several months, we hung out here with video cameras, trying to understand the challenges faced by people in communities like Southeast all across America. We looked at the neighborhood through what we hoped would be a very powerful magnifying glass, the spiritual life of its people. If you're an outsider like we were, there are a few things about Southeast that jump out at you. For the 65,000 people who live here, there is only one sit-down restaurant, but there are hundreds of churches.
Undeniably, church, the institution of church, has been central to Black life. I mean, shaping Black thought, shaping Black action, it begins there. The church has been everything. I mean, thinking particularly about the Protestant church and its overwhelming presence among African Americans, the church has been everything to Black people. It's been political forum, it's been social center, it's been gymnasium, it's been concert hall, it's been everything. And so what we have here is a history where the church has played such a central role as an institution, being a warehouse of Black thought and a shaper of Black consciousness. And you see that still today.
Black America is born in the church. Slavery transforms in a very fundamental way our understanding of Christianity, and in that sense is unique. So that whereas the white evangelical Protestant experience has the culture wars that go back to the Scopes trial, where you're fighting about Genesis, for Black America, coming out of the crucible of slavery, it is the book of Exodus, which is our book, because that's the book of freedom and liberation.
Many middle-class white people support the cause of inner-city revitalization, but consider Black religion to be irrational or irrelevant to that cause. Of course, most of those people have never been to Southeast.
You know, you take your white liberals, you know, your latte-drinking, fashionable, and interesting liberals, and you ask them the following question. If you're in the deepest, darkest sections, which is referred to affectionately as the land of the lost, on Friday night, and you have three options: to have your car break down in front of a Black church, a crack house, or a rowdy bar. Okay, high liberal with your latte coffee drinking self, where do you want your car to break? Where do you want your Volvo to break down?
Hey, 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 hey. Jesus always watching me, always giving praise.
Faith works in the hood. Southeast has bad name because the media, they only come in when something happened. Southeast is not bad at all. Southeast is a place where Jesus would live. Jesus will hang out in Southeast.